So we're all set for baseball. Last night, Floyd Bannister tossed a 2-hit shutout. And Spike Owen, switch-hitting shortstop, had one of those hits a single as he went 1 for 3. He leads it off here with a batting average of .206. 2 homers and 19 RBIs. Well, most of the fans now to their seats with this rain moving out over Lake Michigan. And the White Sox up in the West tonight in the first pitch of fastball for a strike. "38-minute rain delay. Law playing up at third. Koosman in the windup delivers a fastball, strike 2. I'll tell you, Early, you mentioned the fact that 24 years ago at Cleveland, you just went out and threw as hard as you could. You went 6-7 innings, and I don't know if Koosman's got the same thing in mind, but he's gone after him with 2 fastballs here in the first 2 pitches for strikes.
Well, I tell you, in the 6th inning, 7th inning, I was throwing just as hard as I was the first part of the ball game.
Here's a breaking ball, batted down to Law at third, across to Paciorek in time, 1 out.
However, the ball wasn't going as fast. That was my problem.
1 out, and Phil Bradley, the center fielder, the batter, hitting .370 with 3 RBIs. He's been up only 27 times this year, coming up for the minors with 10 hits. He's done a pretty good job, 7-game hitting streak. The outfield plays him straight away. Kittle in left, Rudy Law in center, and Harold Baines in right. On the infield, Paciorek parallel to the bag at first. Law playing in at third on the corners. And up the middle, Fletcher at shortstop and Cruz at second as Koosman misses the first offering, ball 1. Carlton Fisk behind the plate. Left-hander delivers, fastball high. 2 balls, no strikes. Nothing new for Koosman to be in a game like this, though. The White Sox coming in with a large lead over the Kansas City Royals, who tied up Oakland 1-1 in that first inning. Here's the pitch. Inside a ball. The White Sox with a 16-game lead coming into tonight's game. But Koosman, in playoff and World Series play, is perfect. 3-0, all as a New York Met as he misses inside a ball he walked in. So the Mariners with a runner at first. And the batter will be Tony Bernazard, switch-hitting second baseman, hitting .261, 8 homers, and 54 RBIs. 68 degrees here at game time. The wind is coming out of the southeast, going from the right field corner to the left field corner at about 10 miles an hour. Our umpires tonight, Al Clark behind the plate, Jim Evans, the umpire-in-chief of the crew, at first, Ted Hendry at second, and Greg Kosk at third. Here's the pitch to Bernazard, and the fastball is low, ball 1. Bernazard coming over from the Montreal Expos to the White Sox for Richard Wortham, and then this year being traded to Seattle for Julio Cruz. Julio Cruz, a free agent at the end of the year, and Tony Bernazard will be a free agent next year, so he has the option to demand a trade, and apparently he has done so with Seattle. Here's the pitch. Here's a shot up the middle, a base hit, just out of the reach of Koosman, and Bradley will hold at second base. A line drive right past the glove of Jerry Koosman.
Well, line drives back through the middle like that sometimes makes me glad I'm up here. But sometimes we get them up here, though, don't we?
That's right.
But when you can't field that ball, and we have a young man now that doesn't field the ball too well on the mound, but of course Koosman used to be a good fielder. He's slowed down, his reflexes slowed some. That ball was not too far off line.
Al Collins, the batter, with 2 on and 1 out. The designated hitter, Collins, hitting .203 with 7 homers and 30 RBIs. And a breaking ball misses. Ball 1.
You know, one of the things that worry about Jerry Koosman is control. He tries to get the fastball inside, and if they hit it, let him pull it foul, but he'll throw it bomb inside a lot.
And there was a fastball that Collins missed, 1-1.
He's got the speed to do it, but he's got his slow stuff working and his control is going for him. That, like I said before, the fastball looks a lot faster than it really is.
Left-hander out of the windup. The 1-1 pitch. Ground ball to short. Could be two. Second for one. Relay. It hit the runner. And a run will score. Bernazard is out. And Fletcher's relay hit Bernazard. Or rather, Cruz's relay hit Bernazard. It caromed into the foul area near the tarp, and a runner came home, Bradley, and it's a 1-0 ball game. Weird play.
Well, Tony's going to come out and argue on that because Bernazard didn't go down. Cruz didn't really put a lot on it. Bernazard was getting close to him, and I don't know whether, I think he put his arm up, and I'll see right here if he did or didn't. Couldn't tell whether it hit the helmet or the arm. Anyway, one is in, one is out, and it's two away now, and runner on second base.
It'll be an error on Cruz. Scoring the runner with Cowens going to second on the field. Can't assume a double play, so there's no error there. So the error is charged with Bradley going all the way from second to home. And the pitch inside a ball to Steve Henderson. Former Mets, former Cub, hitting .296 with 10 homers and 54 RBIs.
I knew of a lot of second basemen you couldn't do that on. Well, they come underhand with that ball and really turn her loose.
Koosman ready. Here's the pitch. And he took something off of it and a swing and a miss. Well, it appeared that Bernazard was going down, but his arm was up in the air and got hit. That happened earlier this year to Alan Trammell when he slid. A relay hit his finger and almost broke it. He was out for a little bit.
I've seen guys that come so low with the ball, throw it at first base from second and underhand. And we had base runners that used to slide with their feet in the air. A lot of times they'd hit their feet.
Left-hander ready. Here's the pitch. And it's a fastball low, 2-1. Well, White Sox fans may remember Alan Bannister, who was with the White Sox. When he was with Arizona State, he went with the college all-star team to Japan. And the Japanese do not slide going into second. He wound up hitting a Japanese base runner between the eyes and, in fact, killed him. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and it's low ball, 3-1.
Well, that's too bad something like that happened, but should understand the rules before you go somewhere, I guess, and all places don't play the same.
3 balls and a strike. A runner at second, an unearned run is in. White Sox, by the way, have only given up 1 earned run in their last 33 innings. Here's the pitch, and it's fouled off. That run broke a drought for Seattle. They were shut out in 7 innings 2 nights ago here, 9 innings last night. So 16 in a row in this park, and a total of 18 overall.
I wonder if the time ever will come, Lord, when we will have a real World Series. Go to Japan or wherever they might be playing baseball, and the winners here, the winners there play one another. What a draw that would be.
Here's the pitch. Changed up on his curveball and struck him out. So in the inning, the Mariners come up with a run on a hit, an error in the inning, and 1 man left at second. At the end of a half inning of play, Seattle won, and the White Sox coming to bat. Along with early win, I'm Lord Brown back at Comiskey Park as we go to the bottom of the first inning. Seattle on another 1-0. Big Jim Beatty out of Portland, Maine on the mound. 6'6", 220-pounder, 29 years old. He's won 9 and lost 13 with an earned run average of 4.12, but he has really gotten racked up here in his own division. He has won only 1 game and lost 7 against other Western clubs. 0-1 against the White Sox this year. He is 4-2 lifetime against Chicago. And that both as a member of the Yankees and as the Mariners. Rudy Law will lead it off. Rudy hitting .288 with 3 homers and 30 RBIs. Davey Nelson coaching over at first, Jim Leyland at third. As the Mariner outfield shades Law to go to left center field. They're in the bottom of the second at Kansas City, and a fastball for a strike. Oakland 1, Kansas City 1. keep you abreast of that game throughout the night. Law hitting a nifty .440 against Seattle this year as the pitch is low of all 1-1. Now the Commonwealth Edison group is out here tonight. Ryan's Tavern, the gang from Portage, Indiana, also here. Here's the pitch, and it's inside a ball. Beatty was a mainstay on the Yankee pitching staff in 1978 when they went on under the tutelage of manager Bob Lemon and won not only the American League pennant but the World Series from the Dodgers. Here's the pitch, a fastball and a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Beatty not only beat the Royals in those playoffs, but he also beat the Dodgers in Game 5. The Yankees wound up beating the Dodgers in 6 games in '78. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And a shot to the left. Drop for a base hit into left field. So Rudy Law on a 2-2 pitch took Beatty the other way, and the White Sox have the tying run at first, nobody out.
Lord, it looks like Rudy Law still got the magic wand with him. The pitch was just a little bit outside. Rudy goes to the left field with it, and another base hit for Rudy. Now, that's odd. Of course, he goes with the pitch there, but he's been pulling left-handers curveball.
Carlton Fisk, the batter. Having a most valuable player type year, hitting .291, 25 homers, 81 RBIs. He has broken Sherm Lawler's White Sox home run record for catchers. Rudy Law over at first with 70 stolen bases this year. Here's the pitch, fastball inside a ball. Carlton Fisk, the most valuable player in the American League in 1975 as a member of the Red Sox. His career high in home runs, 26. He did that twice as a Red Sox. In '73 and again in '78. He's one away from that. He has hit safely now in 17 of his last 18 games as he looks at a ball outside. And what a torrid pace that he has had over that period of time, hitting .356 with 5 homers and 15 RBIs. Well, you look up and down this White Sox lineup. Baines, Pachork, 12-game hitting streaks. Luzinski, 8. Fisk, 17 out of 18. Cruz, 6. As the toss goes to first and Law back in time. Two balls, no strikes. Again back to first and Law just back in time this time. And Putnam over at first tonight. Bernazard at second, Spike Owens at short, Darnell Coles at third with Orlando Mercado doing the catching. And outfield, it's Steve Henderson in left, Dave Henderson in right, and Phil Bradley in center field. Beatty ready from the stretch, called strike with a fastball. Law had made a break towards second, but put the brakes on immediately and came back. Imagine that infield, not the most conducive conditions for Rudy Law tonight.
It's going to be heavy, slippery.
And Law back in time. Fortunately, that throw was high. Had it been down low to Putnam, he would have been out.
He doesn't have too bad a move to first base, but he forgets the runners over there. And once he does that, he was working on a less of a kick in order to keep the runner from getting a good lead, but sometimes he forgets it.
Right-hander ready. There goes Law. Pitch outside. The throw to second base. Stolen base number 71.
Well, he still has the high kick with the runner on. And he also swivels and turns, and that gives Rudy about a step and a half to 2 steps, and that is enough because he is coming up off the ground when the ball gets there and when he's tagged.
Oh, Rudy Law with his 71st stolen base of the year. He's been thrown out only 11 times. That pitch was outside, so the count to Carlton Fisk, 3 balls and a strike. Beatty working out of the stretch, looks to second. Here's the pitch. Swinging a foul to the upper deck on the right side, and the count goes full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Jim Beatty making his 26th start of the year. He's completed 6 games, and he has thrown a shutout this year. Right-hander ready. Bernazard starts to sneak in towards second. Now goes back. Here's the pitch. High, a ball. He walked it.
That's another one of his traits, too. Lord, he gets wow at times. He's pitched 163 and 2/3 innings. He's only walked 59 this year, so his control is what it was a year ago.
Harold Baines belted his 17th home run of the year last night. Turned out to be the game-winning hit on Bannister's 2-hit shutout. With a 12-game hitting streak, Baines hitting .281, 17 homers, 87 RBIs. The outfield plays him straight away. Here's the pitch. Fastball high, ball 1. Baines hitting a robust .392 in his last 12 games as the fans start to chant Harold. And we understand Harold Washington, the mayor of Chicago, will be here tonight. Lifelong White Sox fan. Here's the pitch high. 2 balls, no strikes. And now McCardo goes to the mound to have a word with Beatty. Beatty in 163 and 2/3 innings has walked 59, and he has struck out 109. Almost a 2-to-1 strikeout to walk ratio.
The mayor better watch out. While he's away, somebody's liable to ring the sirens today. Ring the bell.
Here's the 2-0 pitch. That is fouled up. Well, I guess only one game you ever won in your life, they rang the sirens. That's when you beat Cleveland to clinch it.
Well, of course, I was in Cleveland, but I could hear the bells going off.
I bet you could.
Somebody asked me, says, where were you when the sirens went off? I was on an airplane. Almost. No, I was in the clubhouse.
I thought you might have been in an ice cream parlor.
I brought it to me.
2-1 pitch, foul back. He got a fastball up the screen. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 on, nobody out here in the bottom of the first. Seattle out in front, 1-0 on an unearned run in the first. Oakland 1, Kansas City 1. That game at the end of 2 complete innings of play. Beatty ready. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And listen to the hand for Greg Luzinski. Luzinski hitting .256, 30 home runs, 4th best in the league. And he has driven in 88 runs. An 8-game hitting streak as he comes into tonight's game. And a breaking ball outside. Luzinski in the last 8 games is hitting .483, 14 hits in his last 29 trips to the plate. And for the 4th time in his long and illustrious career, he has hit 30 or more home runs. Up the middle, right back to Beatty. Throws to second, double play. A line shot that found its way right in the mid of Beatty. I don't think he realized he had it until it got in there.
Well, I told you he was a good fielder. He was a basketball player. He's very agile. He's a big man, but he certainly got that one and made a good play.
No runs, a hit, 1 left. At the end of 1, Seattle 1, the White Sox 0. We go to the top of the second, 1-0, Seattle out in front, and Dave Henderson takes a fastball for a strike from Jerry Koosman. Now looking at the replay on that shot to Beatty, he knew where it was. He leaped up to grab it. Boy, Luzinski really put a shot into that. Here's the pitch outside of ball, but got nothing in return. I like what Rusty Staub once told me. He said, if anybody thinks things all even out, they don't know baseball, because it doesn't. In this game, here's a pitch, shot, nice backhand by Law. Takes his time, throws in time, 1 out. Nice backhand by Vance Law. Then he took a couple of steps until he got planted and threw a strike.
Well, he took a look at Henderson. Henderson wasn't beating his way down to first base too well. Looked like he was running on mud or something, running so slow. So Vance decided he'd just take a couple of steps like Julio does, get a little bit closer, and then fire the ball. They say fire at will. He always fires it first.
Pat Putnam, the batter. First baseman, hitting .263, 18 homers and 60 RBIs. Originally in the Texas organization as he takes a breaking ball for a ball. The outfield, playing him to go the other way. Kittle way over near the line in left. Law in left center. And Baines just a couple of steps towards right center. And the pitch is a fastball for a strike in the inside corner. They're in the bottom of the third at Kansas City. Oakland 1, Kansas City 1. The Royals with the top half of their order up. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball. Good curveball. Caught the inside corner. Strike 2.
You can say that again. Boy, that was a dandy curveball. In fact, Putnam backed off of it, and the ball broke across the plate. He looked like he was a little bit surprised.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. He tried to come back with the same pitch, but a little too far inside. Back Putnam off the plate.
I think that was that 13-cent slider, and it didn't even break. Putnam almost got in on the elbow.
Swing and a miss on a sinker. He came down with that strikeout for Koosman.
He got the will in mind, but he's too weak behind. He just won't keep the body in there. Reaches way out over the plate. Couldn't quite reach it.
2 up, 2 down here in the second inning. Darnell Cole's the batter, hitting .222 with a homer and 2 RBIs this year. He's only been up 36 times with 8 hits. Now the Baltimore Orioles are doing their thing tonight, leading Milwaukee 5-2. And the pitch inside a ball. If the Orioles win that game, they will have a 7-game lead over the Tigers.
The Tigers better get going. They got 6 games with Baltimore, I understand, in a row. 7 games in a row. Okay, but
here's the pitch and a strike. Took something off of it. Well, they've got 4 in Detroit. Doubleheader Tuesday, then Wednesday, Thursday. Then the Orioles go into Milwaukee. And then they go home to take on Detroit. So Detroit has, I think, 7 of 10 games against Baltimore starting next week. Here's a shot. Base hit. Vance Law leaped as high as he could. Here goes the runner headed for second, and he's going to make it. He's about 3 steps from second when Kittle picked up the ball as it just laid in some mud out there down the line.
It's about to go down in that mud. That's one of the things outfielders are going to have to look out for. Right down the line where they drain the canvas and also where the field drains. It's going to be rather damp and slippery.
Vance Law leaped as high as he could with that ball just out of his reach. And the catcher, Orlando McCardo, the batter, hitting .201 with a homer and 15 RBIs. Koosman kicks and delivers. And it's inside with the fastball, ball 1. If you're in a 13-run pool and have Toronto, you were a winner today as they blasted Minnesota 13-3 at the Metrodome. Billy Gardner and his gang will be here Monday and Wednesday nights to close out the 1983 regular home season. Cole's at second with 2 down. Here's the pitch. Inside a ball. In fact, the White Sox are going to have a farewell pep rally and fireworks show Wednesday against Minnesota. That's the final home game of the year for the regular season. So they'll be sending off the White Sox to the West Coast in style with a big fireworks show sponsored by Household Finance. Here's a fastball for a strike, caught the outside corner. Two balls and a strike. Koosman ready. Here's the pitch. Here's a shot right to the middle. Scott Fletcher leaping high to his left to retire the side. No runs. 1 hit. A runner stranded at second. We go to the bottom half of the frame. Seattle 1, the White Sox nothing. Score at Kansas City tied 1-1 in the bottom of the third. A man on, and the veteran Frank White at the plate. Let's go to Denny Matthews.
Driven to deep left field. Back goes Ricky Henderson at the wall. Home run. And Frank White that did it. He hit it more than halfway up in general admission. A Frank White just washed one, and the Royals have a 3-1 lead.
Oakland batting in the fourth. Lauren Brown along with Early Wynn as Tom Paciorek leads it off for the White Sox here in the bottom of the second. Paciorek hitting .289, 8 homers, 56 RBIs, foul tips a fastball into the mid of Orlando Mercado. Paciorek, like Baines, with the longest White Sox hitting streak of the year. They have hit in 12 consecutive games. Paciorek 21 for 50 over the last 12 games for a batting average of .420. Seattle out in front on an unearned run in the first. 1-0. Right-hander ready. Here's the pitch. And it's outside the ball. Only one big game going on in the National League tonight. And that finds Pittsburgh and Montreal tied up 4-4 in the 8th inning. Here's a swing and a pop-up on the right side. Second baseman Bernazard is out, and he's got it right near the foul line behind first, and there's one down.
Lauren, there's a little wind coming from right field tonight, and Bernazard went back for that, started back, then he had to come in on the infield dirt to get it. So the outfielders don't watch it. They're not going to be able to change course in the outfield very easily tonight. Ball gets offline of them, gets too far in. They make a break to go back or to the side. You're going to see somebody in the water.
Ron Kittle, the leading candidate for Rookie of the Year in the American League, is the batter, and the first pitch is outside a ball. They appealed that he went around, and Jim Evans down at first said no, he did not. Kittle hitting .258, second in the league in home runs with 32, and he has driven in 92 runs. Beatty, a big guy, 6'6", winds and delivers, and it hit Kittle's bat, sails into the box seats. 1-1.
Well, Beatty seems to have both his pitches tonight, the fastball and the slider. Question of whether he can get a little confused and mess up on his control.
And there's a breaking ball high, 2 balls and a strike.
We'll have to see. Looks like somebody's playing with a couple of wires out in center field, way back in the background back there, doesn't it?
Little lightning. Here's the pitch, way outside. Overthrew on that fastball, and the count, 3 balls and a strike. A capacity crowd at Comiskey Park as the White Sox try to clinch it all. They've clinched at least a tie as Kittle looks at a ball low. Second walk given up by Beatty tonight. Both of them have come on the second man to bat in an inning. Oh, the tying runs at first with 1 out. Vance Law looks down to Jim Leyland for the sign. Law hitting .236, 4 homers and 40 RBIs. Outfield plays him straight away. Beatty out of the stretch in the pitch. Inside with a fastball, ball 1. White Sox have had great success against the Mariners this year. They have won 7 out of 8, including 5 in a row here at Comiskey Park. In fact, the White Sox have won 15 straight here on the south side.
That's the Mariners' problems. A lot of people had good success against them this year, Norton.
There goes the runner, swinging a foul on the hit and run, and it's on the roof. Didn't quite make O'Brien's because it hit the girder and comes back into the box seats.
And you figure with this pitching staff they have, they're going to get better. Get a few loose ends tied up. Pitching staff looks good. They got some good throwers.
Well, Beatty last year had the best earned run average ever of any starter for the Seattle Mariners. He had an ERA of 3.34. Floyd Bannister last year with Seattle was 3.43. Here's a fastball for a strike, taking all the way, and the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Beatty, the 4th round draft choice in 1975 by the Yankees. Right-hander ready. Kittle with a short lead off at first. Here's the pitch to Law. Called strike 3, got him on the outside corner. Well, both men that he has walked tonight, he's come right back and struck out the next hitter. 2 walks, 2 strikeouts.
Well, he's really bearing down on Vince Law. He gave him a good slider. Boy, broke it right over the plate, and Law kind of clinched and went back, and then it was too late. The ball was already by.
Scott Fletcher, the batter, the White Sox shortstop, made a fine play to retire the Mariners. In the top half of this inning, steps in, hitting .250 with 2 homers and 29 RBIs. Toss over to first and Kittle back.
Now, as many words as you know, you've got to know more words than that to describe the catch he made. It was fantastic. In fact, it was bodacious, and that's the top.
Bodacious?
I don't know if you know what that means or not.
That's an Alabama word. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul into the box seats. Fortunately, it hit a seat. It was a rope. Apparently, it got one of the paying customers down there, and hopefully they'll be all right. Charlie Lau was working with Fletcher tonight before the ball game for a while, and Fletcher started getting back into that groove where he was hitting line shots all over the place in left, center, and left. And primarily he was following through on his swing and putting more weight on that front foot. Here's the 1-strike pitch. Inside, almost hit him.
Well, Beatty's trying to give him some mustard. He's trying to throw the ball right on by him. You know, they say that's one of his problems, Lauren. He can't beat New York because he's got such a grudge against the Yankees for getting rid of him and George Steinbrenner. And he goes in there and throws everything he's got, and he's always wild and high.
Toss over to first, the runner back. Guess it pays then not to carry any grudges.
Well, if you do, kind of keep it a low profile, I guess.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball on the outside part of the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Now, the year Beatty helped them to the World Series, 1978, they were referred to as the New York White Sox. They had so many ex-White Sox personnel on that 78 club. Jim Spencer, Bucky Dent, Rich Gossage, Jay Johnstone, the manager Bob Lemon. Beatty was a part of that team. Here's the 1-2 delivery, and he just missed. He thought he had him. He took a step towards the Seattle dugout. 1-0, Seattle out in front. We're in the bottom of the second.
Oh, that's an old come on. Give me the pitch. Trying to steal one is what he's trying to do. Pitch was really too low.
2-2 the count. Kittle at first with 2 out here in the second. Right-hander ready. Glove up high. Now at the letters, here's the pitch. Right back to the mound. It'll be an easy out as the White Sox are down in the second inning. No runs, no hits, a man left on. At the end of 2 here in Chicago, the White Sox trailing. It's Seattle 1, the Sox nothing. We go to the 3rd inning here at Comiskey Park. Seattle out in front, 1-0. And the top of the order, Owen, Bradley, and Bernazard. Owen grounded out to 3rd, leading off the ball game. Jerry Koosman on the mound. Left-hander delivers, and he changed up on him with a breaking ball, and it's a strike. Koosman's allowed 1 run unearned on 2 hits. He's walked a man, and he has struck out a pair. Left-hander ready. The 1-strike pitch, a fastball. Just missed. Oh, the count even up. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's a great name for an athlete, isn't it, Early? Spike.
Yeah.
Here's the pitch to Spike. Then it's outside ball. Spike Owen.
There's some people that think every ball player has to have a nickname.
Yep.
Ellis was one of those.
There's a chopper up the middle. Fletcher behind the bag at second. Throws. He got him by a step. He was about 15 feet on the right side of second when he let that ball go.
That was a good by Scott Fletcher, all right. No doubt about that. You know, it's not too early to begin thinking about White Sox season tickets for the 1984 season. There are no season ticket plans for this season, but you can have your name put on the list to receive information about next year's season ticket plans by sending a letter postcard with your name, address, and phone number to 1984 season ticket. Care of Chicago White Sox, 324 West 35th Street, Chicago, Illinois, 60616.
Nobody on, one out. Phil Bradley, the batter, he walked and has scored the lone run of the ball game. And a fastball to him, a strike. The Phillies beat the Cardinals. Montreal is tied up with Pittsburgh tonight. Here's the pitch, and it's fouled off. In the National League West, both the Dodgers and the Braves got beat. Well, Chief Nakahoma came back today, but it didn't help.
You know, I saw that club play when the Chief was the fastest runner on the ball club. He could really go.
John Stearns, who's a Mets pitch outside of ball. Stearns was a defensive back at Colorado, and he's now with the New York Mets as a catcher. And I guess a couple of years ago when Chief Nakahoma was running out to his tent at the start of the ball game. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Change up. Fletcher has it waist high on one hop, throws across in time. Fletcher did a good job on that ball, not letting it play him. And there are two out.
He kindly played him a little bit, but he put the glove to it. That always helps out. Of course, when you get those quick hops on short hops on a hard surface, then it is trouble.
But Chief Nakahoma was running out from the dugout out to left field, and John Stearns raced out and tackled him. He said he always wanted to do that. But I think Stearns wants to tackle everybody. Former football player. Tony Bernazard, a switch hitter, singled his last time up. One hopper over the head of Koosman, and Fletcher can't handle it, and he is on. Looked like it was going to come right back to Koosman, but it took a high hop over his head, and Fletcher couldn't handle it.
Well, Fletcher knew he had to run on that one. Hurry.
Well, Jerry's no small fry, 6'2", and he leaped as high as he could. And there's going to be an error on the play on Fletcher. Well, I'll tell you, he had to come in all the way from deep short, and he tried for that ball between the mound and second on the grass and dropped the ball. Here's a pitch, swinging a fly ball to left. Kittle is there, and he's got it. No runs, no hits, one error. Well, now they change it. They give it a hit. So there was one hit in the inning, and one man left down. We go to the bottom of the third. Seattle 1, the White Sox nothing. Well, that home run by Frank White tonight has given Kansas City a 3-1 lead over Oakland. His 70th and 71st RBIs. That's the most he's ever had in his career. So at 32 years of age, he's having himself a good year. Here, Julio Cruz will lead it off for the White Sox as we go to the bottom of the third against Seattle. The Mariners leading 1-0 on an unearned run of the first inning. Cruz was charged with the error that allowed the run to score when he was throwing on to first base. Had a cinch double play, but it hit Tony Bernazard. And a foul ball off to the left side in the upper deck. Julio Cruz has been on a hot streak. He has had 9 hits in his last 14 at-bats for a .643 average for the last 6 games. Coles playing in at third as Beatty on the mound delivers way high. Cruz had shortened up as if to bunt. The outfield pulled way over to the left side. Playing Cruz to go the other way. Beatty ready. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And it's fouled up the screen. And a fan in the first row just missed it. Now the other fans boo him, but I'll tell you, if they got that foul ball, they would have been rolling down the screen with it. A ball and 2 strikes. Beatty ready. Here's the pitch. Fastball missed. Outside and low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cruz, originally a Mariner, facing his former teammates, and way inside, almost hit him. And the count goes full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. It'll be Cruz, Law, and Fisk batting here in the third inning. Right-hander ready, delivers. Outside, he walked it. Third walk given up by Beatty, but the first time he has walked the leadoff man, and that usually spells trouble, and let's hope so.
Well, Cruz should know Beatty, know all about him. What I was talking about earlier, Gordon, is when Beatty goes to throw the ball, he goes into his delivery. He has a body twist, turns around like a pivot. He does pivot, and he kicks that leg up a little high. Now, if he's not going to go to first base, and he's already committed himself, Julio can pick up a couple of steps on him, too.
All right, Rudy Law, the batter, singled to the opposite field his last time up as the toss goes to first. Cruz back in time. And then Law went on to steal his 71st base of the year. Now Cruz at first, nobody out. Cruz has stolen 52 bases in 63 attempts. Cole's playing way in on the grass at third, looking for the bunt. Here's the pitch, goes the other way. Drills it to right, but over there is Dave Henderson. He's got it.
The ball is not carrying tonight. That looked like Rudy hit it pretty good. Still, the wind's blowing in, but that ball didn't get that high for the wind to affect it. It may be doing a little dip and coming back over the top of the stand. Outfielder started back, then he slowed down, so he knew he had it.
Well, my phraseology was not proper when I said he went the other way. He actually pulled the ball, but he foiled what the Mariners thought would be a bunt and swung away, but there is one out. Carlton Fisk, the batter, he walked his last time up. Beatty with his back foot on the far edge of the rubber, the closest edge to first base. And he goes to first. Cruz dives back in safely. With Fisk up, Cole not expecting the bunt, playing way back at third. Outfield. There goes the runner. He stops a pitch out and goes back.
It was almost not a pitch out. Ricardo started out on the right-hand side over where the left-hand batter usually is, and the ball come back fairly close to the plate. Not close enough for Carlton Fisk to go after, but it would have been a little difficult for the catcher to throw. Not really too much, as Beatty goes over to first base again. But had it been low, a catcher would have had a problem.
Orlando Mercado's signed when he was only 16 years old out of Puerto Rico. Here's a fastball, a good one for a strike in the outside corner. 1-0, Seattle out in front. We're in the bottom of the third. White Sox had 2 on with nobody out in the first. Then after 1 out, Luzinski hit a line drive, but right back at the pitcher, which was turned over for a double play. But no threat since then as Beatty goes back to first, and Cruz was right on the bag. Right-hander with his glove up at the letters, goes back to first again. Cruz back in time. Pat Putnam holding him on over at first. A full house at Comiskey Park. Right-hander ready. The pitch, swinging a base hit to right. Cruz makes the turn at second. He's headed for third. Here's the throw coming on. He dives. He's safe. And the Sox have runners at the corners.
Well, as fast as Julio Cruz is, the arm that Henderson has, had he not slipped a little bit and been a little bit cautious fielding the ball, he just might have got him. But Julio made a fantastic dive in the third base. And quickly, let's pause for station identification. Saluting the listeners in Logansport, Indiana, and affiliate WSAL on the Chicago White Sox Radio Network. Talk to the president of the Chicago White Sox on the Eddie Einhorn Show tomorrow morning, exclusively right here on 67 WMAQ Chicago. 9 o'clock. Mercado had a conversation with Beatty. Now Putnam, the first baseman, went to the mound. Now
Now he's back at first, and we're ready to go as the fan starts to chant Harold, Harold. Baines, a strikeout victim, his only time up. The tying run at third, the go-ahead run at first with only one out here in the third inning. Beatty out of the stretch. Here's the pitch. Fastball for a strike.
Well, he might be getting too much information, Lauren. Catcher telling him to be careful because Baines can hit the ball out of the ballpark. First baseman Putman goes over and tell him, be careful, Carlton Fisk will run.
Carlton Fisk with a big stolen base in that 6-run 8th inning last night. Broke the game wide open. Right-hander ready. Here's the pitch. And he held up as the pitch was inside a ball. 1-1. By the way, our big payoff inning tonight will be inning number 8. Baines second in the league in game-winning hits with 18. Got that last night on his home run. Got that in the 7th inning. Beatty ready. Here's the pitch. Instead, stepped off the rubber to go to third, then turned to first. The fans think he balked, but he did not. Right-hander ready. Here's the pitch. Inside. 2 balls and a strike. Greg Luzinski in the on-deck circle. A walk to Cruz after 1 out, a single by Fisk, sending Cruz to third. And I'll tell you, Dave Henderson showed a pretty good arm.
Very good arm. Very accurate arm, too.
Down to first base. He knew he had to go, otherwise they was going to get the double play. On the swing, at the finish of the swing, he was on his way. A 2-hopper down to Bernazard. The throw over to first, not in time as Baines makes a lunge getting to first base. Just in time, now it's all tied up one apiece. Harold Baines getting his 88th RBI of the year. Well, we understand Johnny Bench died tonight in Cincinnati. I believe that it was tonight. The largest single-season crowd in the history of Cincinnati. They drew over 53,000 tonight. Greg Luzinski, the batter. He lined a bullet right back to Beatty. Only time off. Beatty stepped off the rubber and faked the throw to first, but did not throw on. Here's the pitch, and it's outside a ball. Luzinski out of Notre Dame High in Niles, Illinois, turned down a football scholarship at Kansas to go with the Phillies organization. And he takes his strike. Boy, I tell you, he's got to have a lot of great feelings inside him. Having an outstanding year, he's done a great job since coming to the White Sox when the Phillies thought he was through. But he has shown he is not. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And could not hold up. And the appeal down to first, he went around. I don't think there's any question about it. He went far enough around to have a strike call on him. Beatty is running true to form right now, Flora. He's run to the slider. Using the slider an awful lot. A ball and 2 strikes. Right-hander out of the stretch goes to first instead. And Baines back in time. 69 home runs for Luzinski in his 3 years with the White Sox. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3. Took something off the pitch to retire the side. The third strikeout for Beatty. But the White Sox come back to tie it up here in the bottom of the third with a run on 1 hit and 1 man left on. At the end of 3 complete innings of play at Comiskey Park, the White Sox won, Seattle won. All tied 1-1. as we go to the fourth inning. And for the Seattle Mariners here against the White Sox, they'll lead it off with Steve Henderson. He'll be followed by Dave Henderson and Pat Putnam to face Jerry Koosman. Koosman allowing 1 run unearned on 3 hits. He's walked a man and he has struck out a pair. And his first pitch is a strike with a fastball. They're here from the American Hospital Supply Group tonight. Leisure Time Tap, Consolidated Freightways Group, Nick's Sports Page in Dalton, Illinois. Here's the 1-strike pitch. Ed Pasco, Buick Motor Division, is here. This place is packed tonight. We see a few empty seats. That some people might have gotten scared away by the rain, but those are down in the golden boxes, and this will be a sellout as thunder roars and lightning cracks in the background. A 2-strike pitch, tapper to the right side. Cruz charges, flips underhand, in time, 1 out.
I think those people are here. If you look around, you'll see another empty one here and there, and that one will be full. I think they probably move it around, maybe going back for a hot dog, a beer, or to the office.
1-1, all tied up. Started raining here a little after 6, but it stopped at 7:45. This game got underway at 8:05. Here's the pitch. Swinging a shot into left center. Kittle slips. He's not going to get it. There's a big wet area out in left field as there is in right field. And when he made his move, foot went out from under him and it drops in for a hit.
That's one of those we were talking about a while ago, and about the ground being wet. The outfielders are going to slip, well as the infielders once they get off the dirt there, get on the edge of that grass. They're liable to slip too. They're liable to slip on the infield, in fact, making a catch over in the hole somewhere and having to put in the break zone.
Now back in 1977, game played here in fog. Koosman tosses over to first, and Dave Henderson back in time. Somebody hit a line drive, and I don't know how the outfielder saw it and caught it, but he did. But then Lamar Johnson. Here's a pitch inside. Good breaking ball for a strike to Putnam. Strikeout victim his first time up. Lamar Johnson hit a fly ball, just a lazy fly to left. The outfielder never saw it. Dropped for a triple and 2 runs scored. Frank Lucchese, the Texas manager, then not the happiest guy in the world to say the least, as Koosman comes back with a fastball for a strike.
Did you ever see one in steam?
Steam?
Yes. Artificial turf, and it rains and gets wet, and then the sun comes out real hot, and it looks like the moors in England somewhere, all the steam coming off the carpet.
Here's the pitch to Putnam, and he fouls it off. Well, last year with the Mets, we were in St. Louis, and they had a lot of rain, and then it stopped about 6 o'clock, and sitting in the dugout, you could see the steam coming off the AstroTurf then, but when the game started at 7:35, there was no problem. That's got to be weird to play in that. Tossed over to first. Henderson back in time. The Mariners this year have stolen 142 bases. Henderson has stolen 9. Here's the pitch. Oh, what a beautiful changeup, and he struck him out. Second time that he has gotten Putnam.
That's Koosman's 3rd strikeout of the night.
Well, Koosman came into tonight's game with 2,350 strikeouts. He is now only 4 strikeouts away from being 23rd on the all-time list. But you know who he would join company with and pass? Nope. Springfield, Illinois native, and a great pitcher, Robin Roberts. Toss to first, and the runner back. They're in the bottom of the 5th at Kansas City. Royals still leading 3-1 as Darnell Coles is the batter. And again, Koosman over to Paciorek, but Henderson back on the bag. Coles got a double over the leaping Vance Law at 3rd, his only time up tonight. Here's the pitch. And it's up high, a ball. Jerry Koosman, I don't think, is bothered by this thunder that's in the area. After all the years he pitched at Shea Stadium, right off the Long Island Sound with LaGuardia right next door. Plane after plane going over. Here's the pitch, and it's high, a ball, 2-0. Now, you don't mind the thunder as long as we don't get the rain. And as we can look out and see the Sears Tower, you can see the lights lit. So the visibility is no problem at this point. Toss over to first, the runner back. And usually that's a criteria for rain in this area when you're announcing at Comiskey Park. When you lose sight of the buildings in the loop, then you know you're about to get wet. 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch. Fastball, strike 1. Houston spoiled the game for the Cincinnati crowd tonight, 4-3 as the Astros won it. 53,000 plus there for Johnny Benchnight. Montreal and Pittsburgh in the 10th, tied up 4-4. Koosman ready. High, 3 balls and a strike. Koosman has walked only 1 man tonight. That was Phil Bradley in the first inning, and he came around to score the Mariner run on an error. Left-hander ready, the 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. And the count goes full, and with 2 out, Dave Henderson will be off at first. Chuck Cottier over at third, flashing the sign. Here's the pitch, the runner going, a swing and a drive, slicing foul into the right field seats down the line. So we will do it again. Beta Pinson, great athlete in his time with Cincinnati. Beta also a scout on the White Sox staff. There goes the runner, the pitch up the middle. Fletcher charges, has it on the grass, and throws him out. And the Mariners are down in the 4th. No runs, a hit, and a man left on. We go to the bottom half of the 4th inning. The White Sox won, the Mariners won. Along with Early Win, I'm Lauren Brown as we go to the bottom of the 4th. White Sox won and the Mariners won. It'll be Tom Paciorek, Ron Kittle, and Vance Law to bat here in the 4th against Jim Beattie. Paciorek hopped up to Tony Bernazard at second, his only time up. Out of Hamtramck, Michigan. Makes his home now in Atlanta, Georgia. And the pitch inside, a ball. Swing and a shot, fair ball down the right field line. Paciorek heading for second. Henderson over. The throw is low, and he'll be in there with a double. Gets away from the second baseman. But the third baseman backing it up has it. Paciorek made a break for third, but had to go back.
I was looking at the right fielder, Henderson. He almost went down, and the ball hit Paciorek coming in. The third baseman had to go over for it. So Paciorek started to third, but the shortstop was outrunning him. He had to turn around and go back. You know, Monday the 19th will be the last meeting of the Chi Sox Club, the official White Sox booster club. This luncheon meeting at the McCormick Inn will be hosted by an emceed by Ken the Hawk Carlson, and will feature 2 players from each White Sox and the visiting team. Tickets are $12 each. For information, call McCormick Inn at 791-1900.
Ron Kittle, the batter, walked his only time up, and he looks at the ball outside. Paciorek with that double has the longest hitting streak of the year for any White Sox player. It gives him 13 consecutive games that he has gotten a hit. 22 for 52 over that period of time. Here's the pitch to Kittle, a tapper to the right side, and the third, and Beattie grabs it and makes the unassisted out. So Kittle just got a piece of it, but advances Paciorek to third.
Beatty just got that end, the end of the glove down to the finger. You could almost see an ice cream cone there. Just a little bit less ball in that glove, and Beatty would have run to first base without it.
Well, the infield drawn in. At first, Bernazard at second, Owens at short, and Coles at third as Beatty delivers to Vance Law. A bunt on the suicide. It works. Sox lead 2-1. A suicide squeeze from the get-go as Pachorik was off. Beatty got it, had no play at the plate, and throws Law out.
Well, he bunted to the right side of the field. And, of course, Beatty had to go over to the right side. Him being a right-hander, and he tried to make the play, he would have had to turn around and come home, and he didn't stand a chance because Pachorik was running on the pitch.
And the White Sox lead it 2-1. Vance Law with his 41st RBI of the year. Scott Fletcher, the batter, fouls it to the right side, strike one. Fletcher bounced out to the pitcher, his only time up. Vance Law with his 6th sacrifice of the year. Here's the pitch outside a ball. Gary Dubinski is high in the ball club with 11 sacrifices. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Fastball that he goes after like he's swinging off the first tee. And the count, a ball and 2 strikes. 2-1. The White Sox out in front for the first time tonight. Well, they have been out hit 4-3. And the lone Mariner run, as we've mentioned before, unearned. But nevertheless on the board. Nobody on, 2 out. A 1-2 count to Fletcher. Right-hander in the windup. Here's the pitch. Outside a ball. Tony La Russa. Candidate for manager of the year this year as the pitch is outside a ball and the count goes full 3-2. White Sox have an opportunity to have the manager of the year, Cy Young Award winner of the year, and most valuable player of the year. Here's the pitch and rookie of the year, and he walked it. 4th walk given up by Beatty.
Sooner or later, some of those walks are going to show up on the board.
Well, the last walk he gave up did, and it was to this man up at the plate, Julio Cruz. Walked to lead off the third. Back to that old percentage. 60% of leadoff walks come home to score. That's measured out over many years of Major League Baseball. Fletcher with the lead at first. There he goes, the pitch. Throw down to second, not in time. Goes out to center. Fletcher will go to third.
Yeah, Julio helped out just a little bit there. Making a bunt, he bunted kind of above the ball. Held his bat there just a little bit, not long enough to interfere with the catcher too much. But going down and his hit, it looked like it was going to get in the way. So the catcher made a bad throw. Bounced it over the first baseman's glove, out into center field. Fletcher coming up and was looking at the ball. Really break away from second base. Good slide by Fletcher.
Fletcher's attempted 5 stolen bases this year. He's been successful on each and every one. And the pitch outside a ball.
Well, he doesn't run unless he's got a sure thing, does he?
Well, they got the count 2-0. I thought the umpire indicated that Cruz had gone through that last pitch for a strike. But it wasn't. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Right. A sharp one-hopper. And the Mariners are out of the inning as Beatty puts to first. But the White Sox come up with a run on a suicide squeeze. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 man left at third. At the end of 4, Chicago 2, Seattle 1. So it is now a 4-1 ball game. Kansas City out in front, and here, Orlando Mercado went after the first pitch by Jerry Koosman and went right back to the mound, and Koosman threw him out. We're in the fifth. The White Sox leading by a score of 2-1. And Spike Owen will be the batter. Owen is grounded out to third and to short. When he grounded out to short, a fine play by shortstop Scott Fletcher. And the pitch to Owen. Fastball for a strike. Early was talking about nicknames, but this is actually this young man's name, Spike. Spike D. Owen. Born in Cleburne, Texas. Selected in the first round of the regular phase draft in 1982. He was the sixth player selected overall, and he takes the ball. "22 years old. Another fine player out of the University of Texas. Left-hander ready. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Good curveball for a strike in the outside corner. A ball and 2 strikes. In fact, Owen was the Southwest Conference Player of the Year in 1981 at Texas. 2 years later, he's in the big leagues. Here's the pitch, tap foul. Del Crandall, manager of the Mariners, has called up a lot of young players. As he took over this year from Rene Latchman, he wants to see what the fellas in the organization can do firsthand. The Mariners have won 29 and lost 43 since the former great Milwaukee Brave catcher took over. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3 with a fastball, and Owen do it. 4th strikeout for Koosman. Bill Bradley will be the batter. 0 for 1 officially. Grounded out to short his last time up. He walked and then came home to score the Mariners' only run on an error back in the first inning. 2-1, White Sox out in front. And the pitch is strike. Bradley, born in Bloomington, Indiana, the home of Indiana University. Here's the pitch, and it's high a ball. But he went to high school in Illinois. He was at Macomb High School in central Illinois. Then went on to the University of Missouri, where he was an all-Big 8 quarterback for 3 years. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball for a strike. Back to his alma mater, Missouri got beat by Wisconsin today, 21-20. Big Ten had a fairly good day today. Michigan State with a big upset over Notre Dame. Wisconsin over Missouri, and Ohio State winning at Oklahoma. 2 pitch. Breaking ball fouled off. However, Michigan got beat by 1 point at Washington, and Kentucky beat Indiana. I believe Purdue's got the day off. Minnesota's getting creamed tonight at Nebraska. Northwestern at Syracuse, and the Illini at home against Stanford. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Tapper to the right side. Julio Cruz is there. Bobbles at his second. Throws him out. 3 up and 3 down. First time the Mariners have gone down in order. We go to the bottom of the 5th. The White Sox 2, Seattle 1. Well, they just had the Fanometer on Diamond Vision, and it got up to its high point of the year, 10, and all the lights went on the scoreboard.
I thought that was 10 on the Richter scale.
It was, and the crowd really let loose. Had a big one here tonight, early.
Yes, it is. And a beautiful crowd.
45,646 here tonight as the White Sox try to wrap it up in the American League West. It'll be the top of the order here in the 5th with a 1-run lead. Rudy Law to lead it off. Goes after the first pitch and pops it up on the infield. Spike Owen, the shortstop, on the grass, and he has it 1 out. Law 1 for 3 tonight.
And as you heard earlier tonight from Lauren and little Jimmy, over $2 million for the year.
$2,024,893 now. Jimmy Lovett from Roselle, Illinois. L-O-V-T-I-Z-E. 12 years old. was the 2 millionth fan to come through the turnstiles this year. Carlton Fisk, the batter. He has walked and he has singled tonight. Here's the pitch. Swinging a fly ball to left. Way back. But it's going to be hauled in on the track by Steve Henderson. Just didn't get enough of it. Tell you, that wind going from right field to right center to left center. Correction, the right field corner to the left field corner. A little more behind that early, and might got gotten out of here. Just underneath it a little much.
Yeah, he got under it quite a bit because it just kept drifting. I think if it would have drifted much more, it would have gone over in foul territory. Wind a little bit from the right side is going to help it, no doubt about it.
Harold Baines, the batter, 0 for 2 tonight. And a fastball outside of all. The Mariners got an unearned run when Bradley scored from second after Cruz hit Bernazard after forcing him out at second, throwing out to first. Here's the pitch, and it's a strike. And the White Sox on a leadoff walk to Cruz. Fisk singled him to third, and Baines brought him home with his 88th RBI of the year on a ground out. That tied the game. The 1-1 pitch fouled off. And the White Sox went out in front in the fourth on a leadoff double by Paciorek. He was moved to first on a ground out by Kittle, and then the suicide squeeze, and Vance Law laid down a perfect bunt. And that's the difference in the ball game right here. 2-1 White Sox.
If Harold Baines gets a hole in one, hits it to right field, the wind won't. If he gets a hold of it, the wind won't affect it. I won't forget the night that he hit one through the screen and bullpen one, and it didn't stop the ball.
And the pitch up high and inside of all. 2-2.
Ball went right through the screen in the right window there, and never slowed down. Went right under the stand.
Fans chanting, Harold, Harold. Now they stop as the 2-2 pitch is delivered, and it's tapped to the right side. Bernazard has it and throws on to first, and for the first time tonight, the White Sox are retired. 1-2-3 in the fifth. So at the end of 5 complete innings of play at Comiskey Park, the White Sox 2 and the Mariners 1. Along with early win, Lorne Brown at Comiskey Park as we go to the 6th inning. Tony Bernazard will lead it off with the White Sox leading 2-1. Jerry Koosman has given up 4 hits tonight. 2 of those to Bernazard, a single, and he got an infield hit his last time up as he looks at a ball outside. Koosman's done a good job. 1 run unearned on 4 hits, 1 of them an infield hit. Only 1 walk, and he has struck out 4. And he comes back again with a breaking ball and misses. 2 balls, no strikes. The White Sox, 27 games above 500. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses low. 3-0. Mariners with their unearned run in the first. The White Sox with a run in the third and 1 in the fourth. Both clubs went down in order in the fifth. Here's the pitch. Fastball taking all the way. Strike 1. White Sox wanting to wrap it up on their own here tonight. The 3-1 delivery. 1 hopper to Long. Nice job. Throws across in time. Went to his right. He bent down early and just lifted up the mitt to grab it. It's almost as if he was not even looking at the ball.
Started going back just in time. He was playing in pretty close for him over there. Fans, if you can't get to the game but want to get the White Sox at home, now's the time to call Centel Cable. Through the remainder of the year, regular season schedule, Centel will bring White Sox game available on Sports Vision into your home for just $3 each game. If you live in Lansing, Thornton area, call Centel 474-4417. Centel subscribers in Madison and Park Forest South can call Centel at 748-8800. But orders must be received at least 24 hours in advance and during regular business hours.
Koosman with a good curveball. Al Collins for a strike. And delivers a fastball, just missed low and inside. 1-1. Collins on an error, and he is flied out to left. 0 for 2 tonight. Baltimore beat Milwaukee 5-4. They now lead the Tigers by 7. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Top foul to the right side. Jim Russo, Baltimore scout. here in this homestand watching the White Sox. Conversely, the White Sox have Bart Johnson and David Schaefer following the Orioles now. They did in Boston, and they're doing it now in Baltimore with Milwaukee in there. Left-hander ready. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Bain straight away in left and right, and Rudy Laub shading over in right center for Cowens. There's a breaking ball he couldn't hold up on, and it's fouled off to the right side. Cleveland beat the Yankees 7-6. 2-2 the count. Nobody on, 1 out here in the 6th inning. Sox 2-1. Swinging a ground ball to Cruz at second. He's got it in time to first. 2 up, 2 down. Koosman has settled down here. Well, he's pitched well all night, and he has retired 7 in a row. 9 of the last 10 that he has faced. Doing it with a lot of ground balls. We have had only 1 put out by an outfielder tonight. Everything else has been on the ground, plus 4 strikeouts, or along with 4 strikeouts, I should say. Steve Henderson, the batter. He has struck out and grounded out to second. Here's the pitch. Swinging a shot to Fletcher. Goes off his glove. He got it. What a recovery by Fletcher. A line shot went off his glove. He kept it in front of him and threw him out as the Mariners go down 2-3 here in the 6th inning. We go to the bottom half of the frame. The White Sox 2 and the Mariners 1. Yes. 2-1. The White Sox out in front as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning here at Comiskey Park. It'll be Greg Luzinski, Tom Paciorek, the Polish power duo, and they'll be followed up by Ron Kittle. Luzinski has lined out, and he has been called out on strikes. And the first pitch outside a ball.
Boy, you're working hard to make points tonight, aren't you?
How's that?
Because of Polish power.
That's what they told me on the interview at Baltimore, you remember?
Yes, sir, you're right.
Luzinski won a game with a home run one night in Baltimore, and Paciorek the next day, and Paciorek said, that's just the Polish power we've got.
It's a fact.
Here's a swing and a shot to left. Base hit. Left fielder falls down, but he gets up in a hurry, and Henderson gets the ball back into the infield. And Luzinski extends his hitting streak to 9 in a row.
Boy, that's a big water grass that guy tore up. He went down. It is slippery out in the outfield, even away from the foul lines. A little rain earlier before the ball game. Game held up somewhere around a half an hour. You can't stop and you can't start.
Tom Paciorek, the batter, who doubled his last time up and scored the go-ahead run, extending his hitting streak to 13 consecutive games, the longest this year for a member of the White Sox. Kent Tekulve pitching in the 11th inning against Montreal. The Pirates 4, Montreal 4. Bob James pitching for the Expos. Here's the pitch. There's a swing and a base hit to left center field. Luzinski will hold at second. Well, there is no Polish power there, but 2 base hits are better than 2 out. And the Sox have something going here in the bottom of the 6th.
To me, that's power.
That's right.
2 runners on, nobody away. I like it, I like it, I like it.
So Ron Kittle, the batter. He walked his first time up. His last time up, after Paciorek had doubled, he tapped one to the right side, allowing Paciorek to go to third, setting up Vance Law's suicide squeeze. That was executed to perfection. And that is the difference of the ball game.
Now, see if they make the big man bunt. Certainly would be nice to get these runners over to second and third.
Beatty out of the stretch delivers, swing and a miss. A right-hander is up in the Mariners bullpen.
However, it would be just as nice to get them all in, plus Kittle.
That would give him 95 RBIs for the year. Paciorek at first, Luzinski at second, and Kittle the batter. Beatty on the mound. One strike pitch. Inside with a fastball, 1-1.
I don't think he'll give Kittle a good fastball to hit. He's going to crowd him with a fastball. He's going to run to that slider, and what I mean by that is when he gets in trouble, he'll go to the slider. He's got a dandy, a good one.
Right-hander to left-hander in the Mariner bullpen. Here's the pitch tapped to Jimmy Leyland at third. The Mariners with Ed Vandenberg and Gene Nelson. Vandenberg the left-hander, Nelson the right-hander in their bullpen. A ball and 2 strikes to Kittle. 45,646 here tonight. Hoping to see the White Sox clinch it. Here's the pitch. Swinging a shot to the first baseman. Throws to second, not in time. They had no chance to get Paciorek at first. Putman threw to second, but Luzinski just beat the throw by an eyelash.
That was a heads-up play by Putnam and a good catch, shoestring catch. Almost made a bad throw there. Did actually pull in the shortstop off second base. Got him in the air a little bit, airborne. And I think that just might have been the difference.
Kittle got good wood on that ball early.
Yes, he did. He hit the ball fine. Very sharp, in fact. Let's put it that way.
Van Slaw, the batter. Perfect suicide squeeze bunt he laid down his last time up, and he looks at the ball outside. Kansas City batting in the bottom of the 8th, leading 4-1 over Oakland. The heck with them. Let's just win it here tonight.
Oh, yeah. Do-it-yourself kid.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. Up the middle, shortstop. Flips to the second baseman. Throws to first. In and out of the middle, Putman. As it hit the dirt, he could not handle it. And Law is safe at first. Luzinski goes to third, and there are 2 out. Bernazard's throw was in the dirt, hit the heel of Putman's mitt, and popped out. So that gives Scott Fletcher a chance. Fletcher, 0 for 1 officially, bounced out to the pitcher. He walked his last time up. Beatty has walked 4 tonight, but only 1 has scored. That was when he walked Cruz to lead off the third. He came around to score, which tied the game at that point. Here's the pitch, fastball for a strike. See if Fletcher could put some of Charlie Law's theories and pregame extra work into practice right here. Beatty out of the stretch. Here's the pitch. Swinging a looper to right. Dave Henderson is there. He's playing in shallow. And he's got it to retire the side. No runs, 2 hits, and runners stranded at the corners. At the end of 6 complete innings of play here at Comiskey Park, the White Sox 2 runs on 5 hits. Seattle 1 run on 4 hits. We go to the 7th inning. Lauren Brown at Comiskey Park. Sox leading 2-1, and to tell you about it, here's Early Wynn.
Dave Henderson will be the first batter to face Gary Koosman in this inning. The first pitch is low for ball 1. Koosman has retired the last 8 batters he's faced. 1 ball and no strikes on Henderson. A swing and a 1-hopper down to Scott Fletcher. Over to first base, 1 away. Fletcher has been a busy man, as have all the infielders. 14 of the 19 outs tonight have been to the infielders. Only 1 out to the outfield. That was Kittle catching a ball in the third, and the other 4 by strikeouts for Koosman. Little Fletcher has made 2 great plays tonight. The line drive, he jumped in the air and caught, and the one he knocked down, kicked, and then recovered, and threw the runner out at first. That's the 2 best plays of the evening, as far as I can figure out, except when the Mariner left fielder fell down, went down, then took the ball and gave and kept Luzinski from going to second base as he fell, tore up about a yard of turf out in left field. And what reminds me of it is I see Ron Kittle out there packing it down now. The batter is Pat Putnam.
Plus, he had that good play against Spike Owen between the mound and second base.
No, we do not have Putnam. This is the right-hand batter. Must have a pitches on the outside corner by Kuzman. 1-1.
Ron Renicky pinch hitting.
Ron Renicky. Right-hand batter batting .258 for the year. Holds up on a outside pitch by Kuzman. It's high and outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. We're in the top of the 7th inning. White Sox leading 2-1. They've out-hit Seattle 5-4, and each team has an error. Infield playing very deep, outfield playing straight away. Kuzman delivered, swung on and missed. 2-2 is the count. The entire infield has gone back now. Second base, shortstop near the grass. First and third is back about halfway to the grass. Swing and a miss. Kuzman strikes him out. Strikeout number 4 for Kuzman. 5.
Well, we know Early Wynn clinched it for the White Sox in 1959, and they know it at Kansas City also.
Why do they know that?
It's kind of poignant that Early Wynn pitched that game in 59 to clinch it. Now he's in the broadcast booth with the White Sox. So maybe the trick is they can't win it without Early around.
All right.
Well,
thank
you, my friend. Thank you. That will be the third baseman now, Darnell Cole. And the first pitch to him by Kuzman is over for a call strike. Kuz has a sign from Carlton Fisk. He gets a fastball, but it's low and inside.
You know, they had Putman, the batter, who struck out twice as a left-hander, and they put Renicky in, a right-hander, and he got him too. That 7th slot in the order doesn't make any difference to Kuzman.
1-1's the count. Good fastball by Kuzman is over. 1-2. I want to talk about that, and doggone it, you shocked me with that thing coming in from Kansas City. Surprised me.
Yeah, nice comments by Fred White.
Well, thank Fred for those kind words. Count is 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 away. And Darnell Cole's the batter, right-hand batter. A swing and a 2-hopper in the hole. Cruz goes over, comes up with it, throws to first. The runner is out, and he does a somersault. He steps on first base. So Kuzman has another 1-2-3 inning. We played 6.5, and the White Sox still lead it 2-1. Well, it's the bottom of the 7th, and the White Sox come to bat. They're leading 2-1. Out hit Seattle 5-4. I'm Early Wynn along with Lord Brown here at Comiskey Park in Chicago. Young Beatty starting pitcher for the Mariners. Fletcher. Cruz bounces one down to the second baseman over to first, and he's out of there. So 1 away, and we'll go back to the top of the batting order with Rudy Law. That made Cruz 0 for 2. He got a base on balls in the 3rd inning and scored, which tied the game up for the White Sox. Rudy Law coming to bat is 1 for 3 tonight. He got a single into left field. Slash went out there, then he popped to the right fielder, then hit one down to the shortstop. A little pop-up. First pitch to him is inside. Drives Rudy back. It's 1-0. Rudy batting .288. Came in the game batting .288. Takes up breaking pitch. The slider by Beatty. It's over for a call strike. The Seattle Mariners reached up and got a hold of Rhubarb and pulled him down into the dugout. There's another one taken by Rudy. It's over for a call strike. So now Rudy is behind 1 ball and 2 strikes. Infield playing deep, ball but the third baseman. He's in. Rudy has a check swing, and no, he did not go around, says third base umpire Greg Koss. Rudy being a left-hand batter, they go to the opposite side for the call from the umpire down there to get help the home plate umpire does. On the right-hand batter, they go to the first baseman. Beatty has the sign. He delivers. Rudy swings. He has clobbered one to right. Oh, foul! Went into the bleachers, just about 8 or 10 feet foul. He had a line shot. Now the first base umpire, Jim Evans, the crew chief, has gone over to tell him to get that bundle out of the dugout. So a couple of them grab him, throw him back up on top of the dugout. One man away here in the bottom of the seventh. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Rudy Law. Beatty has the sign. He winds and fires and took a little off of that one. And Rudy fouls it off coming back onto the screen. So the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Seattle got first blood tonight. They got a run in the top of the first inning. The White Sox come back in the bottom of the third, got one. Also got another one in the bottom of the fourth. And that's the way it stands, 2-1. Rudy has a hack. He pops one out in front of the plate. Big twist on it. Just as it hits the grass, it comes right back directly across the line for foul. So Rudy will get another chance. He'll have to come back. And looking on the monitor here, it does the same thing twice. That monitor's pretty, what do you call it, consistent? It comes right back and does the same thing every time. So Rudy has gotten back to home plate now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch to him, another check swing. He goes around with the body, but he doesn't move the bat. So it's 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count. Ron Renicky has gone in to play right field for the Mariners. He came in to pinch hit for Henderson a while ago, who had been striking out. And Koosman struck out Renicky. 3-2 pitch. Inside slider on the inside corner for call strike. Rudy takes it. Out number 2. Rudy's unhappy with the call, but he was fooled on the pitch. Let's pause for station identification. You're listening to the Chicago White Sox Radio Network.
Talk to the president of the White Sox tomorrow morning on the Eddie Einhorn Show at 10 o'clock, exclusively here on 67 WMAQ Radio Chicago. It's 10 o'clock, 63 degrees at O'Hare.
Both pitchers have pitched a very tight ball game tonight. They have to have because of the score, 2-1. 5 hits for the Sox, 4 for the Mariners. Carlton Fisk is the batter, and just as Beatty gets ready to throw, he calls time and backs out. Carlton tonight is 1 for 2. Got a base on balls in the first inning, got his hit in the third. Then he had a fly ball in the left field, was hit hard, high. Went out off the warning track, the left fielder caught it. Beatty has a sign from the catcher, delivers a good fastball over for a call strike. 0-1. Had a little rain earlier, but ever since then we got away around a little after 8. But we've had no rain, but a lot of lightning back in center field. Carlton Fisk swings and he misses. Now he's behind on the count, 0-2. Carlin batting .292. So with that one hit, he raised his batting average 1 point. Came in batting .291. Has 25 home runs, 81 RBIs, and a total of 130 hits for the year. Takes this one a fastball inside and low, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Carlin backs out of the batter's box, and he turns around and steps back in. Beatty has the sign. Winds, delivers. Carlin swings on a slider. He misses, strike 3. So Beatty strikes out 2 this inning. Retires the White Sox in the bottom of the 7th. They get no runs, but they still lead 2-1. The Mariners come to bat in the top of the 8th inning. White Sox leading 2-1. Stepping up to the microphone, the pinch hit, Norton Brown.
All right, early Orlando Mercado, the 21-year-old catcher for the Mariners, who signed out of Arecibo, Puerto Rico at the age of 16. He's lined out in a fine play by Fletcher, and he's bounced out to Koosman, who's retired 11 in a row. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball misses, ball 1. Mercado, the number 9 hitter in the order. Koosman has retired 11 in a row. 15 of the 21 outs have been to the infielders as he delivers a strike in the outside corner. And of the 6 remaining outs, 5 by strikeout, only 1 put out by an outfielder. That was Kittle back in the 3rd. Here's the pitch, and it all translates to keeping the ball down low as he misses 2 balls and a strike. 2-1, White Sox out in front. We're in the 8th. Here's the pitch. Tapper to the left side. Law waits, has it. throws it across in time. And that's another thing you got to like about Vance Law. If he has to gun it, he will. If he doesn't, he won't. He didn't there. That's called saving the arm.
Yes, but I get a little bit worried when a guy lets up on the ball because quite a few times they'll throw it away, and especially pitchers.
Oh, another ground ball out. 16 here tonight, including that line drive to Fletcher. To the infielders, and Spike Owen, the batter. He has grounded out twice, and he has been called out on strikes. Owen, the number one hitter in Del Crandall's order. White Sox with 5 hits, the Mariners with 4. Here's a bunt right out in front of the plate. Fisk has it, throws, not in time. A bang-bang play. Fisk went down after releasing that ball. And he gets a big hand from the White Sox fans as the Mariners have their 5th hit.
Well, Spike didn't have anybody giving him a hand because he's in enemy territory. But just as he crossed the base, he gave himself a great big hand. He began to clap his hands. I done it, I done it, I done it.
Well, that's the 5th Mariner hit. 2 have been on the infield. One by Bernazard and the bunt single here by Spike Owen.
Well, let's let Spike have his fun, but let's get a double play here.
And the batter will be Bradley. Phil Bradley, who's 0 for 2 tonight. He has walked and scored the lone Mariner run. That came back in the first inning. Dennis Lamp warming up in the bullpen as Koosman fires one over to first. He took that deliberate move and then all of a sudden let go of a bullet, trying to deke Owen into that he was just going to lob over, I presume. Owen has stolen 10 bases since being called up. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Swung late. Gets totally fooled in a high fastball. Owen has attempted 16 stolen bases and been successful 10 times. After 8 innings, the Royals leading Oakland 10-1. It's for the White Sox to do themselves. A shot to Paciorek, double play. And the inning is over. No runs, a hit, nobody left on. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The White Sox 2, Seattle 1. Warren Brown, an early win back at Comiskey Park as we go to the bottom of the 8th. The White Sox leading by a score of 2-1. And this is the big payoff inning as Baines, Luzinski, and Paciorek will bat, and if anybody gets on Kittle. Let's have a lot of money given away in this inning. Baines tonight 0 for 3, but an RBI on an infield out, scoring the first White Sox run back in the 3rd. Jim Beatty has pitched a good ball game. Here's a swing and a drive. Left center field. Way back. It is gone. A home run.
Well, for a while, Ron Kittle was hitting one a day. Now Harold Baines is hitting one a day. And not only did it bring fireworks on, but it brought tissue out of the stands, a great big balloon. Everything is going on. Another run for the Sox. They lead it 3-1 on a tremendous run by Harold Baines over the 400-foot mark in left center field. A tremendous drive.
As the fans chant Harold, Harold, Robert Mole of Calumet City, Illinois, is the recipient of that home run. And Robert Mole of Calumet City, Illinois, gets himself a Zenith 25-inch Hudson console TV as Baines comes out of the dugout and acknowledges the cheers of the crowd here tonight. And the White Sox with some breathing room as they now lead by 2. So Robert Mole, M-O-L-L, of Calumet City, gets a 25-inch custom Zenith color television set.
You reckon Robert is happy?
Bobby is really happy.
Oh.
And Greg Luzinski, the batter, and he takes the strike. Greg is batting for Francie Golan of West Appleton, straight up in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Well, we got some Sox fans up in Milwaukee. Well, we all already knew that.
That was Harold Baines' 18th home run, his 88th RBI.
Well, he picked on that first pitch and drove it into the left center field seats as Luzinski takes the ball. 2 balls and a strike. Beatty delivers. Fouled off to the upper deck and onto the roof. Over to 35th Street. Looking ahead to the Seattle ninth, it'll be Bernazard, Cowens, and Henderson. The 3, 4, and 5 hitters for the Mariners. And this crowd is alive. 3-1, the White Sox out in front. Baines has driven in 2 of the 3 runs here tonight. Vance Law the other. Luzinski 1 for 3 tonight. The 2-2 pitch to him is on the way. Up high a ball and the count is full. Luzinski trying to get some money for Francis Golan of Milwaukee. The 3-2 pitch about to be delivered, and Beatty stepped off the mound. Now he's ready. Here's the full count delivery. He walked it. So no money for Francis Golan. Francie Golan, but she'll receive certificate for 3 pounds of Dubuque Plumpers, the official hot dog of the White Sox. Luzinski comes out for a pinch runner as Chris Hyman comes on, and a big hand for Luzinski as he trots into the White Sox dugout. So Nyman, the pinch runner at first, and Tom Paciorek, the batter. Paciorek batting for Larry Titzler of Morrison, Illinois. Paciorek 2 for 3 tonight, a double and a single and a run scored. Baines with that home run, by the way. Here's the pitch, a bunt. Grabbed by the catcher, throw to first, not in time. There's a foul bunt. The McCarto grab, threw down to first, but not in time, and there are 2 out.
I don't know what the catcher was waiting on. Had he thrown the ball as soon as he got it, he would have got the runner at first, got Nyman, because Nyman was on the run.
So no money for Larry Titzler, but he of Morrison, Illinois, will get 3 pounds of Dubuque Plumpers. So now Ron Kittle batting for John Porter of Oakley, Illinois. I was about to say that home run by Baines extended his hitting streak to 13 straight games. So he and Paciorek tied for the high this year. There goes Nyman. Pitch inside a ball. Throw to second, not in time. Third stolen base for the White Sox tonight.
Brings their total to 147 stolen bases for the year.
Nyman with his second steal. 1 ball, no strikes to Kittle. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss. Kittle tonight 0 for 2. He walked, but he also moved Paciorek over to third. Back in the 4th, allowing Vance Law and Paciorek to pull off that successful suicide squeeze. A home run here by Baines, and the White Sox lead it 3-1. Right-hander ready. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Baines with that home run. As early mentioned, has given him 18 for the year, and he has now driven in 89 runs. Beatty ready. Here's the pitch. Outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
The game is over. Kansas City won it 10-1.
Good. I'm glad they did. So the White Sox can do it themselves.
Yes, sir.
Don't need any help from your friends. Not tonight. Right-hander ready. Here's the pitch. Swinging a grounder to third, and a chopper holds the runner at second, throws to first on to Renicky. And there are 2 out. So John Porter of Oakley, Illinois, along with Larry Tichler of Morrison, Illinois, and Francie Golden of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, will all get certificates for 3 pounds of Dubuque Plumpers, the official hot dog of the White Sox. But Robert Mole in Calumet City, Illinois, winds up tonight a winner, a 25-inch Zenith Custom Console TV on Harold Baines' leadoff home run. Now Vance Law, the batter. And the pitch swung on and fouled back to the screen. Law tonight officially 0 for 2. But an RBI on the suicide squeeze bunt that gave the Sox a 2-1 lead in the fourth, which has been extended to 3-1 here tonight in the eighth. Here's the pitch. Could not hold up. He went around, and it's no balls, 2 strikes. Outfield plays him straight away. Speedy leans in, gets his sign. Here's the pitch. Inside of a fastball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bernazard, Collins, and Steve Henderson to bat, as Gary Reinsdorf and Eddie Einhorn down in the clubhouse, waiting for this ball game to come to a close with a White Sox victory. They're 3 outs away as Law took a pitch inside a ball. This place will be bedlam in the top of the ninth. Jerry Koosman has pitched a masterful ball game here tonight. The only run unearned. Here's the pitch. Outside. So the count goes full, 3-2. And the fans are starting to chant the na-na, hey-hey goodbye song. The 3-2 pitch. Swinging a grounder to third. Over to first in time, and the White Sox are retired in the eighth. But Harold Baines' leadoff home run has given the White Sox a 3-1 lead. They're on their feet here at Comiskey Park. Hang on to your seats as we go to the ninth. The White Sox 3, the Mariners 1. Along with early win 4 years ago, clinched it for the White Sox in Cleveland, Ohio, as the White Sox and Jerry Koosman try to clinch it here for the Western Division title. Leading 3-1. Here's Tony Bernazard, and he takes a pitch up high. Bernazard with 2 of the 5 hits tonight off of Koosman. The run off of Koosman, unearned. 2 of the 5 hits on the infield. It's way outside. Fans chanting, "Let's go Sox." It's Bernazard, Collins, and Henderson in this inning. Swinging a grounder. Nice play by Fletcher, but the ball pops out of his mitt. Fletcher going far to his left got it, but he kicked it out of his mitt, and Bernazard hurt himself. He is in trouble. He stumbled going over the bag, and he is down.
Bernazard had intentions of going down to second base when he saw where Fletcher had kicked the ball, Lauren, and he got out into the soft dirt, and he just may have pulled a muscle or hurt an ankle. He may have even turned a knee, because he's still down on the ground, and he is hurting.
Well, a year ago, he left leg, the fibula, on September 12th, when his spikes caught in the turf, and his leg fractured on the pivot. And we're blocked out as to what leg they're working on. It's his right leg around the ankle. Trainer is out there with him right now. Fletcher made a nice play going to his left. He got that ball behind the bag at second. And apparently his foot hit his glove as they are checking the right ankle of Tony Bernazard, who picks up his 2 of them on the infield, and he'll get a big hand to lift it off the field. Very popular player for the White Sox after coming over from the Montreal Expos.
Yeah, I think Tony would have gotten a big hand, had he not even hurt himself, because, as you say, Florida is a very big favorite here in Chicago with the fans. And that is all for Jerry Koosman, who was trying for his third complete game, but he won't get it, Lawrence.
Listen to this crowd. They give him a standing ovation and chant, "Coos, Coos."
A great job he does. 6 hits. The hits are even. The Sox have 6 and the Mariners have 6. But Koosman scattered them around and kept the runners from scoring.
So the bullpen will come on. Dennis Lamp walking to the mound, and we'll be back right after this message.
And now a message from the Chicago Plastering Institute.
After doing a great job in the ball game for 8 innings plus 1 batter, Jerry Koosman is taken out of the game. Tony doesn't want to take a chance on it, and Koosman had to be tiring because he'd been pushing very hard for the entire ball game. He gave up only 6 hits, 1 run, walked 1 batter, and struck out 5. Dennis Lamp, the right-hander, comes on to relieve him. Dennis has a good fastball and a good slider, tries to keep the ball down, and he specializes in relieving, coming in tight spots. He has 6 wins and 7 losses, an earned run average of 3.68, making his 44th appearance for the year. He started 5 games as a starter for the Sox this year, has 1 complete game. He also has 12 saves to go along with the 6 wins he has. Pitched 110 innings, given up 113 hits, 49 runs, 45 earned. He has given up 6 home runs, hit 4 batters, walked 27, struck out 43. He has made no wild pitches. He'll come on to pitch to Al Cowens, the designated hitter, with a runner on first base, and a pitch runner for Tony Bernazard.
Harold Reynolds is the pinch runner. And this broadcast is brought to you under rights granted by the Chicago White Sox solely for the entertainment of its audience. Any retransmission of the descriptions and accounts of this game without the express written consent of the Chicago White Sox is prohibited. Al Cowens, the batter, 0 for 3 tonight. Outfield plays him straight away. Squires in at first, playing behind the runner. Here's the pitch. Did not hold up as he went around. Strike 1. So an infield of Squires at first, Cruz at second, Fletcher at short, and Vance Law guarding the line at third. An outfield of Kittle in left, Law in center, and Harold Baines in right. And the dependable Carlton Fisk behind the plate. Lamp working out of the stretch. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Umpire Al Clark indicates he nicked it into the mid of Fisk, and the count 2 strikes. White Sox out in front, 3-1. Lamp trying to save his 13th game of the year. Koosman, a great job tonight. The pitch just inside the ball, and the count 1-2. The crowd in the outfield on their feet, down on the lower decks. Here's the pitch. Tapped it foul. To the left side, into the box seats, and the count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes.
After getting 2 strikes on Gunn, the Dennis Lamp came inside with 2 pitches. And that is much better than going outside and still throwing a strike. However, we'll see if he comes out with a slider this time on the outside part of the plate. Cowens bats with a very definite closed batting stance.
Cowens, the only man on the Mariners to fly out to an outfielder tonight. He swings and misses. Well, he just got a piece of it. It hit Carlton Fisk. Fisk shaken up a little bit, and he remains alive. Well, that's tough. You either got it or you don't. Can't practice that play.
No, I would love to have seen it hit him in the mitt and stay there. It did hit the front of it as Cowens nips it a little bit. So Cowens will have another shot at it.
The Mariners got an unearned run in the first when Bradley walked. Bernazard singled him to second. Then on a double play ball, Cruz hit Bernazard, and Bradley came around to score the lone Mariner run. And up as unearned. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball. Nice play by Law to Fletcher, over to second, but not in time. Law had been guarding the line, as he is to do in this situation. He went far to his left. The ball ricocheted off his mitt to Fletcher, who threw on to second, but just missed, getting Harold Reynolds, and it'll go as an infield hit.
Law might have been just a little bit anxious in closing the glove before he got the ball into it good. Made a great stop, or bank shot over to Fletcher. Fletcher just was in no position to put anything on the ball. He was going towards the outfield himself and trying to stop and throw.
Now Law playing up, looking for the bunt with Steve Henderson, the batter. The tying runs are on here in the ninth inning. Henderson has struck out, and he has grounded out twice. Lamp ready. Here's the pitch. Fastball for a strike. The White Sox tied it up in the third on a leadoff walk to Cruz, a single by Fisk, and an infield out by Baines to tie it. Then in the fourth, Paciorek doubled. Went to third on an infield out by Kittle, and a successful suicide squeeze off the bat of Vance Law made it a 2-1 ball game, and then Baines led off the eighth with a home run to make it 3-1. Here's the pitch. High chopper, tough play. Fletcher's only play to first. He got it. The runners move up to second and third, and Henderson is down. He is hurt. A Baltimore chop, and the only play was to first. Fletcher got him as Reynolds and Collins advanced to third and second, and Henderson hurt himself.
Those Mariners are really hustling, aren't they? See if we can tell just where he must have stepped on the side of the base. It appeared on the monitor here, and he could have twisted his ankle. He's down on the ground, and he's feeling some pain right now. He's hurt.
Well, showing the replay, he came down hard on the bag, but it did not continue on because he apparently came down. Well, he had to come down, obviously, after touching the bag, but going on the bag, it didn't seem to bother him, and they're working on his right ankle and leg.
I thought he got the side of it, Lauren. It was a little too hard to tell there. As you say, he was in the air coming down on the base, but he was stopped in midair. But it looked like he was on the outside of the base, so I was just guessing at it.
Yeah, he hit the bag with his right leg first. And Bucky Dent had that happen to him, you recall, earlier this year, where he injured his heel, and it's caused him a lot of problems, and now Steve Henderson has to be assisted off the field. Now he says, hey, I don't need any help. I can do it by myself. Well, tomorrow it's Fan Appreciation Day, and a gift for everybody. We'll be on the air at 12:53, game time at 1:15 here on the White Sox Network. Well, now the tying runs at second and third, and the batter will be Dave Henderson, who is 1 for 3, a single here tonight. The Mariners have not gotten the ball out of the infield here in the ninth, but they have runners at second and third and one out.
We got a pitch hitter here.
Ricky Nelson, hitting .262, 5 homers and 31 RBIs, a left-handed hitter. Out of the stretch comes Lamp, and the pitch outside of ball. Reynolds at third, Collins at second. 3-1, White Sox out in front in the top of the ninth. Right-hander ready. Here's the pitch. A fastball looped into left center field, a base hit. This game will be tied as Collins comes around to score. The runner going to second. He is safe. A double for Ricky Nelson, and now the go-ahead runs at second with only one out. Now, just a shame that a great effort by Jerry Koosman tonight, and he will not get the spoils of victory. Well, the White Sox still have a chance to win it, of course. So Koosman in 8 innings allowed 2 runs, only 1 earned on 6 hits. He walked only 1 man and struck out 5. And Renicky, a left-handed hitter, is going to be walked here to set up the double play. An intentional pass given by Dennis Lamp. Oh, the tough one was that infield hit by Cowens after Lamp had him down 0-2. In fact, it appeared he had struck out on a foul tip, but just glazed off the mid of Carlton Fisk. And there's ball 4 outside.
Well, let's get another double play, then come back here and get a run. Good, exciting way. The Mariners, who had called their bullpen in, everybody had came in from the bullpen. Now they're sending a crew back to the bullpen. And we'll probably go with another pitcher.
2 on and 1 out. The go-ahead run over at second base. And Darnell Coles is the batter. He has doubled in 3 trips tonight. Law, Fletcher, and Cruz will bat for the White Sox in the 9th. Lamp out of the stretch. And the pitch. Inside, he misses. Ball 1. The Mariners only once tonight had more than 1 man on in an inning. That was in the first when they got the unearned run, but they started off this 9th with 2 infield hits, and both have been plated. Here's the pitch. That's a strike. 1-1. All tied at 3 here in the top of the 9th. Lamp looks to second. Now delivers. Here's a tapper up the middle. Cruz has it, goes to first, his only play in time, and the runners advance to second and third with Nelson going to third and Renicky to second. Well, there was another number that they had no chance for the twin killing and could only get 1. The Mariners with 8 hits here tonight, half of them have not gotten out of the infield. But nevertheless, they are hits. And the batter will be the catcher, Orlando Mercado, with runners at second and third and 2 out. Lamp ready, pitches to the right-hander, and he tapped it off his foot. Trickles out to the mound, strike 1. The Mariners, 3 runs, 8 hits, and an error. The White Sox, 3 runs, 6 hits, and an error. The White Sox error resulted in a run. The Mariners error did not. Kittle and Baines and Law not playing very deep. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball. And Lamp is out in front. No balls, 2 strikes. Lamp getting his signs from Carlton Fisk. Nelson off at third, Renicky off at second. The pitch, swing and a miss. He struck him out. But the Mariners have tied it up with 2 runs on 3 hits, and they strand a pair in scoring position. So we will go to the bottom of the 9th, where any kind of a run can wrap up the American League Western Crown. The White Sox 3, Seattle 3.
The Mariners have brought in a pitcher, taking out Jim Beattie, who pitched 8 innings, gave up 6 hits, 3 runs, walked 4 batters, and he struck out 3. Bill Connell comes in, the right-hander, the inspector he's known, 1-2 and lost 7. Has an earned run average of 4.64, making his 57th appearance of the year, has 23 saves, pitched 66 innings, given up 66 hits, 35 runs, 34 of them earned, given up 9 home runs, hit 2 batters. He has walked 32, but he struck out 65, and he's made 4 wild pitches.
And 2 of them were in last night's ball game when he gave up 5 runs in that 6-run 8th inning. And he will face Vance Law, Scott Fletcher, and Julio Cruz. But we're going to get a pinch hitter for Vance Law. Jerry Hairston will pinch hit. So Jerry Hairston, our guest on the pregame show, will lead it off. Hairston pinch hit last night against Caudle, but was intentionally walked. That will not happen here.
Maybe a walk him unintentionally there, or let Jerry get a hold of one.
Jerry hitting .297, 5 homers, and 22 RBIs. He leads All-American League pinch hitters with 15 this year. Francois 0 for 2, but drove in a run with a suicide squeeze back in the 4th inning. 3-3, we are tied, and the first pitch a called strike. The outfield playing Hairston to go the other way. His dad, Sam, a former catcher with the White Sox, still scouts for them. Here's the pitch, and it's fouled back upstairs, and Hairston's in the hole. No balls, 2 strikes. And his brother was in the Cubs organization at one time. A baseball family out of Birmingham, Alabama. Caudle out in front of him, 2 strikes. Right-hander ready. Here's the pitch. Way outside and high. The Pirates beat Montreal tonight 5-4 to remain tied for first. The pitch, swinging a shot, but right at Renicky at first base. A line shot. Renicky, even a left-handed hitter up, playing well off the line. Boy, he got all of that. But Renicky right there, and there is 1 out.
For him, 4 or 5 foot higher, maybe even 1 foot higher. We'd have been in business.
Hairston was batting for Fletcher, not Law. Forgot to record that last out in the 9th inning. Here's the pitch outside a ball. So Julio Cruz, the batter, 0 for 2 tonight, but he has walked and scored. Right-hander delivers high, 2-0. Nobody on, 1 out. Rudy Law in the on-deck circle. Right-hander ready to pitch. High, 3-0. The aisles are clogged downstairs. Here's the pitch. He walked him on 4 pitches. So the winning run goes to first with 1 out. And Rudy Law, the batter. And now there will be a conversation on the mound. Frank Funk, the pitching coach. Or is that Del Crandall? Del Crandall, the manager out there.
That's Del. He comes out to deliver this message personally.
I bet he could be his own pitching coach, as great a catcher as he was. A fine manager at Albuquerque for the Dodgers the last few years. Now Beta Pinson is positioning the outfielders. Play Rudy Law to go the other way as they have all night. Toss over to first. Cruz back in time.
Kind of hard to position Rudy Law for the outfield unless you got a pitcher that knows where he's going to throw the ball.
Again, Caudle back to first. Again, Cruz back in time. Pretty good hole on the right side of the infield. Reynolds over at second. Dives back in as the throw comes over. Back in time. 3-3, all tied up. The winning run at first with 1 out. Caudle ready. Runner not going. The pitch is high. He has missed on 5 straight pitches. After Hairston lined out to Renicky, he walked Cruz on 4 straight bad ones, and now the first one to Law is high and outside. Cruz back in time, and that ball thrown in the dirt. Good pickup by Renicky.
Yes, sir. I would like to see that one gotten away.
Caudle getting his signs. From McCardle, there goes Cruz. The throw to second. He's going to be safe. A stolen base for Cruz, number 53, and the winning run in scoring position.
the cruiser wasn't happy when he got to second base and knew he was safe. He gave himself a hand. He was really motored, and he made a dive into second base, head first.
The ball hit him, but it just trickled about 6 feet. Had no chance to go to third. 2 balls, no strikes to Rudy Law. And the crowd alive again at Comiskey Park. Otto ready. The pitch. Outside, ball 3. Carlton Fisk in the on-deck circle. White Sox trying to wrap it up here in the 9th.
Well, there's many a time you like to see these two speeches get on back-to-back, but tonight the second run doesn't mean anything.
Sure
right
doesn't.
Now, you want to see a base hit, an error, or something.
See if he's got the green light. He doesn't, and it's way outside. He walked it. 8 straight bad ones by Caudle. And now Carlton Fisk. He has been on twice tonight with a walk and a single, and officially he is 1 for 3.
Now Tony has a tough decision to make, Lord, whether it's Carlton hit or after making walking 2 batters in a row to make him take one and see if Caudle is going to get the ball over.
Practically everybody in the park on their feet. 45,646 here tonight. Caudle working out of the stretch. The pitch to Fisk. High. And now Mercado goes out to have a word with him as Caudle now has missed on 9 consecutive pitches. Beatty walked 5 while he was in there for 8 innings, only 1 man short of those 5 walks. And now Caudle has walked 2 in a row after the line out by Gary Hairston. Right-hander ready. The 1-0 pitch. Swing and a foul. Back to the screen. That pitch sailing away from Fisk.
Yeah, he was trying to go to right field. I think Julio and Rudy had ideas about the double steal. That works out good sometimes, too, with both runners going. Sometimes there's a wild throw. Sometimes the catcher won't even throw. But in this case, you would get out of the double play. A right-hand batter at the plate. Julio stands a good chance of stealing third. However, if it doesn't work, it's a bad, bad play.
1 ball, 1 strike. 2 on with 1 out. The winning run at second base in the hip pocket of Julio Cruz. A little bit of a delay by the umpires. I know why not. Or I know not why, but now we're ready. Apparently a banner might have been hanging out.
There's a banner hanging out. You're right.
Counting. Let's go Sox. Caudle out of the stretch. Turn to go to second, but no throw. Cruz back in time. And now, Spike Owen, the young shortstop, with a word with Reynolds over at second. Now they're back in position. Here's the pitch. Inside, almost hit it. 2 balls and a strike. Cruz at second. Law at first. Outfield shading Fisk to pull. Caudle now ready. Glove at the waist. The 2-1 pitch. Swinging a foul ball coming back our way and onto the roof, and that evens up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Harold Baines is in the on-deck circle, and I think there's another right-hander warming up down in the bullpen. I would have thought they would have sent a left-hander down.
They had Ed Vandenberg earlier warming up, but as you indicated, a right-hander is loosening up right now. They may have a left-hander that we can't see, but I believe you're correct, though, that there's only 1 man warming up. 2-2 the count. Right-hander ready. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul. Back into the box seats to the right of the screen. And the count remains 2-2. Carlton Fisk with 81 RBIs for the year.
I believe Caudle's got to go with the breaking pitch on Carlton Fisk.
Caudle getting his sign. Now he's ready. And Fisk says, no, I'm not, and calls time and steps out. Now he's back in there. Drama at Comiskey Park. Here's the pitch. Low, ball 3, and the count is full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Do you send the runners with 1 out? This case, yes, got to. I want the double play.
Be careful and don't leave too fast because Caudle is a little tricky.
Renicky way off the line over at first. Reynolds close to second. They might have a play on.
Yeah, that's the only place they could make a play on. That's the only place they tried.
There go the runners. The pitch. Inside. He walked him. Seattle is claiming that this went around, but no, says Evans. So instead of a strikeout and a double steal, it's ball 4, and the bases are loaded, and any kind of a fly ball deep enough can do it. Caudle is arguing now with Al Clark. But Jim Evans said he did not go around.
He really didn't break his wrist. He moved his body around, and that's why they didn't call it a strike. Now Del Crandall is going to come out with the bases loaded and see if he goes to the bullpen.
While we delayed on the call, the throw down to third was not in time, and we saw no indication of whether from Al Clark as to whether Fisk had gone around or not. He did make a move on the ball. Then on the appeal, Jim Evans said no, he did not go around, and the bases are loaded on 3 consecutive walks. So we're going to have a pitching change here at Comiskey Park, and with that, we'll take timeout with the score all knotted up 3-3 in the bottom of the 9th.
Right now.
The Mariners change pitchers here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Bill Caudle, the inspector, pitched 1/3 of an inning, and he walked 3 batters. The bases are loaded. Those runs are charged to him in case any of them scores, and only one will count unless it's a home run. Left-hander Ed Vandenberg comes in. With 2 wins and 4 losses, earned run average of 3.54. Vandenberg is making his 62nd appearance of the year. He has saved 4 ball games this year for the Mariners, given up 61 hits and 57 runs. Fought 21 during the course of the season, and he struck out 47 while making 3 wild pitches. Harold Baines is due in the batter's box, and he is going to hit for himself, which we did not doubt would hit it, but they hesitated down there. Chris Nyman is in the on-deck circle. All we need is 1 hit and 1 run, Lauren.
You got that right, and Harold Baines has driven in 2 of the 3 White Sox runs here tonight, and he's got a chance to make it 3 of the 4 as the bases are loaded with 1 out. And the Mariners are going to pull their infield in. The outfield is playing shallow. Here's the pitch to Baines. Swinging a fly ball. This will be it. Center fielder's got it. Cruz his tag. Here's the throw. Not in time. Stop clear. The White Sox have won the 1983 American League Western Division title on a sacrifice fly by Harold Baines in the 9th inning. And the White Sox all out on the mound, congratulating each other as they win it here in dramatic fashion. Listen to this crowd.
Isn't this beautiful? They should turn the meter on now.
Listen to them.
Oh, it looks like ants out on the field. They're trying to run on the wet grass, and they're falling all over the place.
Well, the ball club is off the field, and they are happily going to the clubhouse to enjoy the fruits of victory, commonly referred to as champagne and Budweiser. Eddie Einhorn down there to congratulate them as they come in. And I tell you, Early Win, the man that I am happiest the most for here tonight, Roland Heeman.
Well, I don't know where mine all goes, but it goes, I'm going to spread it around to everybody.
Well, Roland Heeman is the man who acquired practically everybody, and I mean everybody, on the Chicago White Sox club.
No doubt about it. He's done a great job. I just so happy for the ball players and the owners.
No doubt.
Yes, sir, and the fans.
Well, once again, the final score, the White Sox 4, Seattle 3. Stay tuned for the post-game coverage of tonight's game on the Chicago White Sox Radio Network.
Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000 classic games and be sure to spread the word. Long live baseball. Thank you for listening to this game on Classic Baseball on the radio. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Feel free to browse our library of over 1,000